Hi folks, how's it going? Another wee vlog check-in today. Working on some lighting. I'm not particularly happy with the way my lighting is going. This is my Amaran F1, which I've just built. I'm going to unplug it, hang on, it'll change my lighting, but so you can see, I've just built myself a softbox using a shoebox and some tin foil and some Velcro and some Me-Fix fabric tape. I'm not sure that it actually helps all that much, to be honest. In fact, I think it actually hinders more than helps. This is the Amaran F1, which is a great little desktop light, and you can also attach it to the top of your camera if you have a cold shoe mount, and it works pretty well that way. But I'm getting shadows still. It's not very soft light, so you can see the shadows. I'm monitoring myself using the Sony app. So how's that for Inception? This is me looking at me looking at me. And I also use an Amaran 672W, which is a bigger panel than that. It's just over here, and it doesn't have any kind of modifier on it other than the diffuser that comes with the device, which is just a sheet of opaque plastic basically, and so it diffuses a little bit, but it's not really a proper modifier. And so I've been looking online at a softbox for this particular panel, and you can get one, but it's coming in at £65 or something like that, and that seems a little expensive to me for what's essentially just a piece of fabric and a clamp. But I suppose that's how the photography world works, isn't it? You just badge anything as pro photo and you can double the price. So I've got a lot of work to do. I'm really looking for some advice. My space here is quite small. I've got this window behind me, which yesterday when I vlogged I had the curtains open. Today I've closed them because I think it gives me a bit more control over my lighting. I've been watching some videos, not about lighting, but just videos about guitar playing, and looking at the lighting and thinking, wow, that's the kind of thing I would like to achieve. If you watch Acoustic Tuesday, a YouTube channel by Tony Policastro, where he does a weekly podcast, it's a video podcast about guitars, and the lighting he has is spectacular. He wears glasses like I do, and you can't see any reflection of lighting in his glasses, so the lighting must be really soft. And behind him he's got some tungsten, just look like house lights, but they give a nice orange glow, and that's the kind of setup I would like to have. But I realise I've got to work with the space I've got. I don't have a studio, this is just a corner of a living room, and I'm fairly pleased with the way that I've got it set up. I mean it's evolved over time. I've got my studio monitors here for listening, I've got my PC and my mixer in front of me. When I shoot guitar content, I go and face this way, so I'm facing the big Amaran 672 light, which I'll maybe bounce it off the ceiling. We've got a white ceiling, so that kind of works a little bit. And I'll have my camera on the tripod behind the sofa. The sofa doesn't have another place it can go, so that's where it has to stay. So I also quite like sitting on the sofa to watch videos on my computer. I've got my foot pedals, etc., for playing guitar at my feet, and that's all linked up to this mixer desk, which I can then take a feed from and go into the camera. So I get some good audio, and I've got good video set up. I just need to figure out the lighting, and it's proving to be a challenge. So I really would appreciate some feedback. Do you think my lighting's okay? Do you think it's adequate for the kind of thing I'm doing? Or what kind of improvements do you think I could make other than changing the curtains? I know, my wife bought them, and I'm stuck with them for the time being. Give me some ideas. I'd like to hear from you if you get any tips on what you think I could do to improve my lighting, bearing in mind I'm in a corner and I shoot generally facing two different directions. However, I could easily shoot from just one direction. That would be fine as well. The reason I shoot this way for talking head stuff at the moment, number one, it's quicker and easier to set up. Number two, sometimes I like to show myself for my guitar channel what I'm doing, working at my computer, and what kinds of materials I'm using. So that's a kind of example, looking at some complex chords there in the key of E. So I do like this to be visible if I can, but it's not entirely necessary. I could quite easily switch to just having one light over here, or I know I've heard of the 3 lighting system. I know all about that, but at the moment I'm working with 2. Anyway, give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you and see what I can do to improve my video content in terms of lighting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.